Hi, my name's Louise and I'd like to welcome you to Let's Talk Wine, where we will be here every week discussing all things wine. Today we're going to face the dreaded corkscrews on opening wine. And the first one we have here is the corkscrew that is favoured by most people at home. And the way this works is it generally sits down after you've taken the plastic off. You twist, and as you twist, the arm is raised. When they're fully raised, you press down and pop, you have your cork off. The wine is ready to go. The other one that you will see mostly used in restaurants and pubs, etc., etc., is the waiter's friend. And the waiter's friend works with one, you have the knife, which opens the plastic, which I'll show you now. You literally just sit it across, run it along, like a knife, and presto, without chopping yourself, off comes the plastic. Runs a lot easier than that, but there you go, I'm having that kind of day. The next thing we have, I put this away so I don't rip my fingers to bits, is the part that actually goes in. It's called like a pig's tail, but that's what it looks like. That goes into the cork. And you put this in the centre, literally centralise it, and it's a sharp point, and you twist. That does sound really good. As you twist down, obviously this is going in like it would be. Now, you leave the last curly part off, and then we have this part which sits on the lip of the bottle, like this. You put your thumb in it to hold it. Now, I have to move it down because you need to be more at elbows length than up high like this because it's a bit more awkward. And you pull. And it also comes generally quite easy. Ta-da! Okay, you have your wine open. And I've just knocked the top one. And then you just twist to get your cork out. Now, if you look at your cork, you'll see that, okay, it's dry where you opened it, and at the bottom is quite moist, where it was touching the wine, which is perfect. That's exactly how you want your cork to be. You know, your wine is unspoiled. If you do need to reuse it again just to keep the wine fresh, you put in the dry part, because obviously this part has been at the wine and it's moist, and it's now expanded, and it won't go back in. So the two wines we have here, one I opened earlier and one I've just done now, are Trimbock. And this one is the Gewürztraminer, as you can see there, which means the grape variety that it comes from. And this one is a Riesling, same thing. So good Trimbock wine from the Alsace region in France, where renowned for its good quality wine. So I'll just show you the difference between them. Yeah, this is the Gewürztraminer, and this is the Riesling. So all wines, you'll generally notice their differences. Hopefully you can, or I'm going to be made a pig liar out of. Alright, it's very slight. They're both kind of light honey colour, but one is slightly darker than the other, which I would go with this one. But it looks really weird. That's amazing. They're two good quality wines, dry wines, which is mostly Riesling. Riesling? I said Riesling again. The Riesling wine is always a dry wine, and the Gewürztraminer is made dry purposely. So they're two good quality wines. You see the colour better now when it's down there in the floor. So it helps compared in the light, but you will see the difference. Now, as I said, these wines are dry, so to explain that, because I don't know about anybody else, but I've stumbled over these words before, but no one has ever explained them to me. Dry wine is a term used for when you're making wine, the natural sugars in the grape ferment. Here's someone coming to the door. And that makes the residue of the sugar that's left. So when it's fermented and the sugars have all been turned to alcohol, if you have no sugar left, that makes a dry wine. Or if you have a little bit of sugar left, it will be labelled a dry wine, which means it doesn't taste too sweet, but it does not take away from the quality of the wine. So there's obviously some exceptions to that, but we're not going to go into it today. We're going to generalise. So that's it for today. There are wines. These wines smell lovely here in front of me now. This kills me every week. But I'm going to be here every week talking about wines that I found along that I find interesting or nice. If there's anything that you find or interesting wines you've come across that you want us to see, to talk about, or to have it sampled, or to test them in here, just let us know. Email us at letstalkwine@live.com, or you can leave comments on Facebook, or you can pop into the Laurels. We're here all the time. So that's it. Thanks.